What would you do if you paid thousands of dollars for your child's birthday party, and when you showed up, the public facility says the party you paid for is canceled because they don't feel comfortable? That's what happened to a Black Missouri family. This video here has gone viral.
This is probably who we need to. Are you Grace?
Yep, I am.
Can we talk here? We can talk right here. We can talk wherever you want to talk. So you're telling me that you canceled our parties because of what?
Because of the outreach that it got on social media. It's not something that LSPR is comfortable hosting.
What do you mean you're not comfortable with? It's a private event.
I understand that, and we reserve the right to cancel any of the parties.
Hold on. So where does it say that you reserve the right to cancel in any of this?
Because we are a public entity, we can cancel any party that we want
Where
to.
does it say that? So you're going to cancel it right before all these kids coming up here is what you're saying. You're canceling. These kids come to swim.
I mean,
like, what is the problem? We have security coming. We put a whole lot of money into this. You talking
And
about?
you're gonna get
No. We have money
back.
outside of what we paid for you. We paid for security to come up here. We got the police.
He's here for me.
No. We have other police officers coming. No, not him.
Hold on.
Not him.
Our security team is an organization. They contact Lee Summit Police and let them know that the event is happening. I mean, he probably does.
I've been here all day. Honestly, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they contact Lee. I mean, it's
We had a.
Hey, you locked your doors, right?
cancel on a kid's birthday party, a private party, because
You're not comfortable.
you're not comfortable with what are you uncomfortable?
What are you uncomfortable with?
The outreach.
This seems racist.
What outreach?
It's giving racist.
What makes you uncomfortable?
What makes us uncomfortable about all of us?
The number of people that this
The
event
contract-
has
the
reached.
contract-
and
The
fact-
The capacity 200, right?
250 people is what we paid for. 250 people is what we paid for.
That's what it is. If it was a large group of white folks walking up, it wouldn't be a problem.
250 people is what we paid for.
I mean, I know you don't know, but 250 people. I just want to know why we're uncomfortable.
Why my 250 people can't come? Why are you uncomfortable with 250 kids coming? I mean,
Well, can we go process my money?
It's going to take some
no, I want money today. Oh, no.
No,
70.
we need to have splash bash.
No.
I'm verbally telling you.
No, you verbally told us we have a party here. You verbally told us you have a party here.
We're going to talk right here.
Hey.
We're going to talk right here.
You and white?
I'm white.
All right. We can go over there and talk, but we're not going to have the whole group.
It doesn't matter. I requested that from the beginning.
Deal.
She wanted to stay out here with
You good with that? All right.
Party is canceled, Joe.
All right, folks, joining me now are Chris Evans and his attorney, Ivan L. Nugent, both from Kansas City, Missouri. Glad to have you here. So, Chris, I'm trying to understand something here. Okay, so y'all booked this facility for a birthday party, 250 people. I read online that you can book for parties up to 1,400 people. So the number of people apparently wasn't the issue. What was?
So first, Brother Martin, thanks for having us on the show. The issue, like you said, the numbers could not have been an issue. I made the mistake. If we would have paid $200 more, we could have had that full $1,400 or 1,400 people there. The park regularly sells out daily with 600 people. So I have no idea, other than the color of our skin, why 500 would even be intimidating if you do 600 every day.
All right, so y'all arrived at, first of all, when did this happen?
This happened Saturday, August 6th.
Okay. So y'all arrived there and she comes out and says, sorry, we're uncomfortable. What the hell were they uncomfortable with? That
is the $1 million question. That is the absolute $1 million question. What are you uncomfortable with? At the time the party was canceled, 0 people had arrived at the party.
Ivan, this is not a private facility. My understanding, this is a public facility?
Yes, you're right. It's a public facility operated by the City of Lee Summit and the City of Lee Summit's Parks and Rec department. So it's a place of public accommodation.
Okay, so you have her saying we're uncomfortable. Has anybody conveyed to y'all in the last 5-6 days what that even means?
No, it's just her own uncomfort. She said she had 15 phone calls from parents asking, what are the details of the party, and that made her uncomfortable.
Wait, hold on. Okay. She had 15 phone calls. Were they phone calls from people who were invited, who were simply getting information?
So the city of Lee Summit, one of the things I explained to them is the city of Lee Summit has had racial tension in the past, and just explaining that cultural norm of black parents, black mothers are not dropping their kids off, especially teenagers, just to go have a fun time, and they don't know more details about the situation. So these were calls of people, I'm assuming, just calling to get the details and make sure it's a structured environment safe environment for their kid.
Ivan, have you heard from city officials, anybody explaining what happened?
I'll tell you, we've heard from representatives from the city. However, we haven't really gotten into the meat, if you will, of the discussion. But we've been contacted.
Okay, they did release a full statement. Folks, go ahead and pull that up so I can take a look at that. This is what they said. Come on, pull it up. Lee's Summit Parks and Recreation has completed an internal review of the cancellation of a private event scheduled for August 6th. The review identified missed processes and miscommunication that led to the cancellation. A sincere apology is owed to the Evans family and our Lee's Summit community. LSPR strives to be a respectful and inclusive organization where all members of our community feel welcome and appreciated. Inappropriate language, social media posts, and behavior are not acceptable and will not be tolerated. Joe Snook, administrator. Now, let me go back to the first page, folks. Chris and Ivan, they say the review identified missed processes and miscommunication. The video that we showed, she communicated with y'all. So has Joe Snook or anyone explained to y'all what missed processes and miscommunication means?
That information hasn't been conveyed to us yet. We're left to speculate what that means, just like you are. But my guess is, that's what they're preparing or trying to figure out. And I'm sure as conversations continue, we'll learn more about that. But as we sit here today, right now, no, we don't know what any of that means.
Again, their statement, according to their investigation, said that the form indicated 250 people. According to the rental forms, the event would not be publicized via social media and fees would not be charged to attend the event. Did y'all publicize this on social media and were you charging anyone?
We did not charge anyone. The way the contract reads, it says you absolutely cannot charge anyone. We did not charge anyone. And then it asks, yes or no, are you advertising and promoting on social media? Which is a point of contention because we're talking about teenagers and what isn't social media. I don't think we could possibly send wedding invitations for a 17-year-old birthday party. How else do you invite people? Emails are social media, text messages, chat groups, all of that is social media. The way we communicate is social if you're inviting large numbers of people.
They say here that it has been our experience that social media marketing and or ticket sales have the potential to increase event attendance beyond the number initially stated and can result in insufficient staffing and security. The no answers provided on the form by the booking party did not create concerns.
Yeah,
Okay, no concerns were created. So what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a bunch of back and forth, as you can tell, simply from their own communications. The reasoning behind it makes zero sense. And more than that, as Mr. Evans alluded to earlier, the event was canceled and no one was present. No one from the party was even there yet. It was canceled approximately 5:30, if you will. there were no guests of this 17-year-old birthday party on site.
So it's not like there were 400 people there and it was packed, unruly, and they were like, "Yo, sorry, no, we're shutting this down." No one was there.
Like you just saw the video of when we arrived, and their statements and things you'll read. It'll say it was there were 500 people there, which is virtually impossible. There's video to prove it. But in the video that we just watched, there was maybe 20 kids, and she was she was adamantly stating that it's too many people. You watch the video, there's a quick pan of the 20 teenagers behind us, and it never reached the capacity of a 500. Mind you, the park is sold out on that day, so there's 600 people standing behind her inside. So there's no way that they counted us with 500 people. If someone was out there counting, the number should have been in the thousands, at least 1,000. If we had 500 and they had 600, impossible. Just throwing out numbers, making things up.
They claim that 15 parents called. They tried to call y'all, and they made 2 phone calls, and no one could be reached.
Yeah, they called our work number on a Saturday at about 5:13 p.m., and we have a 7:30 party. So I obviously was not at work.
And apparently they say here that y'all said y'all paid for security.
Yes.
Then they say in their statement that their staff did not. Y'all paid for security, but they booked the security, and apparently their staff didn't book security.
Their staff, we had no conversations about their staff booking security. Us taking our own precaution and wanting everyone to be safe. We hired an outside security firm because that's what you do when you have numbers of that magnitude and you want to make sure everybody's safe. I want to make sure my kids are safe. You have security at schools. You have security at airports. You have security at malls. What place doesn't have security? So we took it upon ourselves to book our own security, yes.
They say their statement, staff and police stayed on site until the crowd dispersed at approximately 8 p.m. and Lee Summit Police estimated 500 people between 7 p.m. and 7:30.
It's not true.
And more than that, only 250 could get in. Mr. Evans and his party didn't control the door. So it's as simple as someone standing at the entrance.
And with those 250 people, their names were already on a list, so they walked up and said, "Here's my name," and they were let in, or was it the first 250 people show up?
We did not have a list.
So if it was a max 250, how would you know you hit your limit?
I mean, it's like anywhere else you go. If you're 251, you don't get in. You have a clicker. I mean, that's part of that $2,000 that you pay for a facility. If you have a limit, I mean, again, $200 more, we could have had up to 1,400 people. As a business, I mean, either they would keep track or we would keep track. I mean, it's a pool party, so I'm sure there's a lifeguard to swimmer ratio that they must maintain to maintain a code. You know, you go to a party and it says you're breaking the fire code. I'm sure they have those things in place, or at least they should.
And this isn't the first private party that they've rented to. At the end of the day, these folks know how to handle a private party. They chose simply not to on August 6th.
Then there were some additional social media posts. Folks, if y'all have that, apparently some of the lifeguards used very profane language with regards to this event being canceled. I saw that there was some Snapchat videos that were released, and in their statement, they stated that let's see here, they said on Sunday, LSPR was made aware of a disturbing social media post made by a part-time Summit Waves lifeguard. And then apparently the administrator called y'all to apologize for the inappropriate and insensitive language used by staff, including the social media post, and advised that appropriate actions will be taken with the staff. Did that happen?
So do you have a copy of the picture that was posted?
I'm going to pull up in just a second.
Okay. I mean, the picture was disgusting. The words were disgusting. to the extent that we wouldn't want our kids to go there today when you have that type of culture. The young lady said she didn't give a single F that they were in trouble for the situation the night before. And she's in uniform, lifeguard, at the pool, saying that she doesn't give a single F. Like, you have to ask yourself, would a lifeguard save my kid if they were drowning? For those 15 parents that called, do you have people in place that would save my kid's life if they're drowning in a pool?
Let's see here. I'm looking for that very, let's see, photos here. And like I say, we saw, here we go. I think I have the photo here. Let me go ahead and put this up on our screen here. Control room, you should now have it. This is the image here. This is her photo. This is what she looks like. And it says, "Good morning from Summit Waves. Apparently we are canceled and being dragged, but we don't give a single fuck." That's what.
That's what my kids woke up to on Sunday morning after their birthday party had been canceled.
Ivan, what's next?
You know, we are obviously still waiting to have conversations, but in the meantime, my team is preparing and going through all of our options legally. We've been counseling Mr. Evans and his family on that. We are prepared, but at the same time, we would enjoy a conversation. But we are ready.
So this took place on Saturday, and so far, y'all have not had a meeting at all with the city or with this water park.
Mr. Evans has had a phone conversation with Mr. Snook. That happened, I believe, on Monday, in particular, working through refunds. But in terms of, representatives being in the room and sitting down and trying to get some understanding and hash things out, that meaningful conversation has not happened.
And I take it, according to their statement, you've already been refunded all of your money.
Yes, I have been refunded. I was not refunded that day. I was refunded the following Tuesday. So didn't get to party on Saturday, got my money on Tuesday.
And you're planning to throw another party somewhere else?
We'll figure something out.
All right, gentlemen, we certainly appreciate you joining us here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Keep us abreast of what happens next.
If we could just make one final comment, it would be, there are threats of violence being exchanged. Mr. Evans and his family have received those threats. We understand that the Summit Waves employees has as well. We've put out a statement. We don't condone any violence towards anyone. We'd ask that anyone that is engaged in that, please stop. That's not the goal here. We are moving towards unity and peace.
All right. Gentlemen, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
When we invest in ourselves, we're investing in what's next for all of us. Growing, creating, making moves that move us all forward. Together, we are Black beyond measure.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
Hold no punches.
I'm real revolutionary right now.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
Thank you for being the voice of Black America, Roland.
Stay black. I love y'all.
All momentum we have now, we have to keep this going.
The video looks phenomenal.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
It's time to be smart.
Bring your eyeballs home.
You dig?